Good morning. First of all, I'd like to ask you what is the prospects for business tourists in Sarawak?
Sarawak, of course, like all of Malaysia, Sarawak too has great potential for more business tourists, particularly people who are having international meetings, conventions, and also people who want to invest in the tourism industry and also trade with Sarawak State government.
Right. And so, like this happens to be the only convention center in Kuching. So, are you planning to have more convention centers here?
The convention center as one of an entity. This is not the only one in Kuching.
Right.
This is probably one of the states that have invested in a center like this. But all over the country, in any of the five-star hotels or
Yes.
major hotels, convening facilities are an essential part.
Right.
And some of our meeting rooms in the hotel are larger than convention centers in other parts of the world.
Okay.
So it's a question of the organizers who wants to do such meetings to actually come and inspect. The hotel meeting facilities are adequately big enough to cater for at least 400 to 500 delegates without having to worry about doing it in a convention center.
Right. Sir. And so, what kind of incentives are you giving to tourists to visit Kuching and Sarawak?
In fact, Malaysia in itself is an incentive.
Right.
You come here, you realize how much cheap the ground cost is. Hotels are probably the cheapest anywhere in the world with the highest quality.
Right.
Infrastructure is superior to the world standards, and the cost of moving around is so safe and economical that you can stay on here, whatever you earn elsewhere, and make Malaysia your second.
Right. And so, compared to the rest of the world, where do you find Malaysia in the next 20 years? In
Malaysia
tourism?
will be a forerunner of tourism in the ASEAN region, and also to remain within Asia, major player in receiving international tourism.
Right. Sir. And so, which part of the world which part of the world tourists do you attract most to Malaysia?
It's basically regional, people within the ASEAN region, and beyond that, we're going to get a lot of tourists from China and India,
Right.
and of course there will be a revival from Europe, America, and Australia.
But comparatively, from the US, do you find a lot of tourists coming to Malaysia?
Yes, there are a sizable number.
Okay.
Considering the distance, of course, it's a more difficult market to explore. Cost of travel and time taken to arrive becomes a major obstacle because it costs more and takes more time. Otherwise, we're trying to impress upon the Americans that this part of the world can be visited, where they can visit more than one country and explore some attractions, particularly some special interest tourism like diving or going for adventure,
Yes, sir.
watching the rainforest, exploring caves, and also for their business.
Right.
Have the business meetings.
Right.
Area
The
just
MICE meetings. Right, sir. And since the global scene around the world is not doing pretty well, economic global scene of the world is not really doing very well, and particularly with America and the Europe, they're suffering economically. So, as far as with that kind of in this phase, is Malaysia standing good in the economic front?
No, we are doing well, and we believe whatever setback the world is facing in terms of the economy is all temporary. It has proven to be all this time, and when they bounce back, it will be even much better than they were before they went into this downturn.
Okay.
Yeah?
And with your surrounding, with your neighbors facing a lot of natural calamities like the Philippines, so is Malaysia in danger of such a kind of natural calamity?
We have to thank God.
Okay.
Malaysia's location in the heart of Southeast Asia. This is probably the only few countries that is spared from the Pacific Ring of Fire,
Okay.
where constant volcanic activities are prevalent. and also far enough from the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
That actually has a series of typhoons and cyclones
Right.
that once in a while hit at some of the shores, So we are so far safe from those winds, and we hope it remains the same. And we'd like to assure visitors that in terms of national calamities, God has been very kind. And protected Malaysia.
And is there any preventive that you're taking also from the government side?
We have alarm systems.
Okay.
We have rescue and operations. We have a very active surveillance, for safety and security, and we do all that's possible.
Okay.
To ensure the safety of visitors.
And do you have more plans in implementing better communication through air? For Malaysia?
Yes,
Can you
we're
share with us?
exploring avenues to improve connectivity between Malaysia and the continent, American continent, and also to have Malaysia awareness about Malaysia better in the years to come.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.